Is there such a thing as the most cost-effective technology solution for independent hotel?
I say yes and no. I'll say yes for a reason. Do you know what you're buying? Do you know what you want to buy it for? What objectives you want to achieve? Are you just copycatting the hotel next door that's big brand has been told it needs that technology? Because how many branded hotels are using technology or being forced to use technology that may actually not be specific to their region, their locale, their employees, their guests, and everything else, but just because the brand says so, they're using it. And then you have this kind of negative domino effect that the local hotel, the independents, buy it. I think the independents, be aware of your competition, of your local hotels from the big brands, but what are you trying to deliver as that property? Being the independent in Budapest, in Vienna, in Lisbon, Brasilia, wherever it may be, know exactly what you want to do. So by then, you then know, okay, right, I want to deliver this. This is the guest experience. This is the back of house experience. This is the staff software that I need. Then go out in the marketplace. There is a lot of old and new technology. What is it going to come in that works with my current tech stack, that doesn't upset the infrastructure, and has a positive effect? Will always be a disruption or a change. The problem being is as soon as you use those two words, change or change management and disruption, it's negative. But everyone wants to drive a Tesla, which is a disruption to the automobile industry. So why is it negative? The same when the Ferrari went from tractors to cars. Why is it negative? So therefore, we need to look at it in positive ways. By addressing those, you then start stripping off layers. And don't try to do it all at once. The last thing any hotel needs is, I'm going to be doing this. And suddenly every department's got to jump and change and high and low seasons and everything else. Do it by stages. We want a guest journey in stages from research a hotel, choose the right rate, right amenities, check in, check out, and so on. So why are we doing everything at once with the other processes? I think sometimes this common sense here should prevail, personally. Don't get me wrong, I've had general managers, I've had management companies I work for, literally some of them physically pushing back and saying, we're doing this, all of this now because we have 2 weeks to do this. It's not the case. Rushing is the worst thing it does. If you rush a souffle, you're going to get a dollop of something inside the pot. So why would you do that to your own guests with everything else? And I think know the impacts of the different stages. Then, of course, build a business case, build an ROI. And an ROI shouldn't just be about dollars, euros, GBP signs. Is it operational efficiency? Am I making my staff happier? The truth is that should be taken into consideration. The reason for that is simple. Happy staff member will smile to a guest. That's contagious. That's a pleasant experience. So those are those kind of things I think we should be looking at. From the independent and cost-effective point of view is, know your budgets. Don't overstretch yourself. Work with your suppliers. A point that you and I discussed in a different conversation was about the hidden costs. This is where tech providers and suppliers are going to hate me. Be transparent. There should not be any hidden cost from the moment you start pitching a product to sale. And give options. I don't know your properties. So therefore, as my client, the hotel, should give you all the information so that you can choose accordingly and build and help you build a business case internally. Become part of your team, of your stakeholder team. Because an online training in some places may be suitable, but has anyone ever seen a guest room attendant sit at a desk, learn a software? So if we're going to put software in their environment, shouldn't the person be in their environment teaching them to use that software? I don't know. These are questions I ask myself, and I'm going to say this because I know for a fact I have a 70-plus, nearly 80-year-old father. He was in operations all his life. If I give him a software behind the desktop, he'll go out the window. If I give him a software that he can use in his day-to-day when he was working, they worked, they delivered. And I think, and I'm going to be biased, I am. Of course, Amadeus Hospitality, previously Amtech, if anyone is listening from the old team, we were successful for a reason. We went into the environment of the end user. Because let's be honest, software is bought by a very small number of people at the top of the pyramid. The end users, all the guys at the bottom in the back of house, they're the ones that are going to be using this. So we need to think about, we sell up here, but we train down here. So how can we bring those together? That's not just the responsibility of a hotel, it's the responsibility of a provider to learn that hotel in that locale. And that for me is very important. And that becomes an affordability because then you explain, okay, you need this software, this is what you need. And by the way, tech suppliers, don't try to sell everything. Listen to your hoteliers. You may not need everything in your hotel, so why am I trying to push this out to meet quota? The quota will come with a relationship that endures, because you'll refer me to a next door neighbor who has a hotel, to a partner, to whatever it may be, if I sell you the right stuff. If I sell you a sour grape, you're not going to want to buy more wine from me, let's be honest.